headliner?
Oh, this headliner bracket's gonna be installed in the Mazda, the little Ranger I have.
Okay.
Because the silver truck already has it. Already has the headliner bracket installed. So I don't need it there. I don't know if I've ever put a video up. If you start a stream, I'm probably gonna turn off my camera because my basement's a fucking mess.
It's beautiful.
It doesn't look bad.
It doesn't.
And
It doesn't look
to me,
bad.
it's a mess.
No, it's not
I mean,
paying
it's
any
not
attention to anything except the light bar.
I couldn't focus on anything, but
Okay, my cruise is at 1%, and I'm like, that's right.
all right.
I also have.
So
hold
I
up.
gotta take some stuff apart.
I also
here.
have this little guy.
Ooh, I
What is it?
I see a bacon.
Do you see bacon?
Bacon.
So welcome to the comment
Bacon.
section. We were
Zigzag.
ooh, nice and green.
Ooh, that's pretty green.
It was $30. It's brand new.
Yeah, almost. Are you running a command from your basement?
I have a Dietz light upstairs, but
Hey, no joke. At the new apartment, there's gonna be a core running stuff in my office. So Josh,
I've got command green. You'll see it.
God damn it.
All I know is I'm taking the PAO sector.
yep. And here's that core.
Yep. There's my core. That one's going in the Jeep. I'm gonna put the pre-production one in my office.
Are you gonna be? Will they provide you with the software for that? You think?
I wouldn't.
Gonna
I was gonna say I wouldn't even care if I had it if I didn't, because at that point it would just.
Because
It's
it
a dis-
programs, it programs, we can't export stuff.
Programs what?
Because Paul got it to work for an inner edge. So it's just gonna be taking the time to figure.
Dare I ask how this pre-production came about? Became available?
It was no.
Can I ask? No.
No. And that's gonna end on that note on that one.
Yep.
Zigzag.
It's one of those.
so
Yeah, if that
bad.
picture was public, you'd get a few text messages right afterwards.
Exactly. Red.
Oh, there's Doug. Hey, we badge.
Hold on a second. It's gonna get bright for a second.
We got. The name of this song is called Dual Screen. Well, you guys can't hear it unless you're playing it back on the YouTubes. It's called
Live on YouTube?
Dual Screen Live. What's that? What about YouTube?
Are we on YouTube?
We are YouTubing.
No. Okay.
So I'm taking lights apart so I can get measurements of lights together for Travis, so we can build stuff that doesn't exist.
There it is. I figured out how to. See? Now we're good.
Your screen flashing on Doug's monitor is done his
No, that's-
background too.
Doug's, it looks very realistic. It looks like it's coming through a window or
It
something.
looks like Austin's trying to pull
Close
Doug
enough for
over.
the,
Hold on. No, I know what that is. That's an
Yeah.
Empower fire. Those are Empowers firing off the screen.
Yes.
You got a sound off blueprint box.
Ah.
A box.
Yeah, it's one of their trainer boxes.
And then I'm over here with Zigzag.
That's what that was.
But it worked out. Like, that was actually.
That was pretty cool though. You had me fooled.
Exactly.
Let's see.
So I'm either
No.
upset with iFixit or I'm upset with Wayland the way that this was designed. It's
Well, it's definitely not wheeling.
this bottom.
So what'd y'all think of the video of the Weekend X Tracers?
Eh.
Wow.
I like.
I need to. It's one of those like see it in person.
Once,
You know.
like I would like to, like have some to play, like be able to play with the patterns to go. I wonder what this would look like on it, especially being able to have the 4 different segments in the same thing, like we were talking about with the stop tail turn.
Yep.
Are we in the? Are we doing the TCS waiting room?
No,
Are we gonna move to that if we're gonna do the? If we're gonna be live?
It's just us right now, unless a bunch of other people
Okay.
jump in.
All right.
We'll keep an eye on it.
I'm just trying to find a way to send you the picture of the box, but I'll just do it on Facebook.
But in general, so you're off tomorrow, Travis?
Yes, we have off for Good Friday.
Oh.
So we're going to a junkyard in the morning for the Mazda.
What are you gonna go pull?
A fender.
And whatever else you find in the junkyard.
Bed possibly. Apparently there's a couple junkyards around us that have a couple of those Mazdas. So,
Look for some old police vehicles. You might find some good shit. Or some
probably
crack.
won't.
This whole time, I've been taking one legacy module apart.
Why?
Well, because I'm going to put them all 3 together so you can physically see them lined up.
My iFixit kit's in the Explorer outside. Because I actually have been using it for work. Like it's paying for itself.
To say, this isn't necessarily work, but I'm using it.
So I have a question. Maybe y'all can answer this. How can I want to run an input to a siren off my computer
That
to
should
control
be...
stuff?
Well, you can do an analog.
You just need to turn it into a 12 volt on off.
Yeah.
You should be able to do that with an Arduino.
Either an Arduino
Yeah.
or.
That's-
See, so in vocational, me and another friend of ours, I did the wiring to the relays and all that, and he did the programming. And we did it off of a parallel port. Where the
Alright.
parallel port, it was for 5 volt relays, and the parallel port actually sent out a 5 volt signal. And we were able to flash that port on and off as if it was like ones and zeros.
Okay.
But obviously your computer doesn't have a parallel port, so that won't work.
Not yet.
So I think
Figure an Arduino or however it is.
Arduino would work
Arduino.
best.
That's one of those things that I eventually want to figure that out because that'd be fun to.
Can we have a quick conversation about that kid on TikTok? That gamer kid who every time he got a kill in Call of Duty, he had a rave.
What?
Have y'all seen that video?
No.
Oh my
I don't
God.
have the
Hold on.
TikToks.
Yeah, I don't
You
have TikTok either on purpose.
Alright, good.
China has some information already from being in China.
Although I decided to not download TikTok, and then yet what does Facebook do? Came out with their own.
Of course.
Well, no, well, you talking about WhatsApp?
No, the Reels and Facebook
Oh,
and
the Reel.
Instagram and all that,
Alright.
which are basically TikToks.
Yeah.
I'm sending you guys a link in general.
Oh no.
This is the conversation of tonight. Wait. There should be a total like when we're doing it. Alright. So you're gonna scroll down where it says PJ just get killed by this kid on stream with Twitch. This is what I see. This kid literally raves. And you as a firefighter will understand where we're going with this conversation.
Wouldn't have the energy for that stupid shit.
Oh my god.
Like, what? What are you doing, Josh?
Well, I'm about to post this link in the Whacker group, so we can
Whackers?
get some people watching. And I said
Whacking or watching?
both because I commented it as building some custom legacy stuff.
I see. That's where the paper towels come in, right?
Yes, sir.
Hey, you gotta make it stick somehow.
No.
Travis, what are your thoughts?
That is dangerous.
So stupid.
It's funny.
Oh, it's,
Ooh, that's a trainer box.
yep. That is the sound off trainer box.
Made out of the $26 Milwaukee box.
Ooh.
I have those same boxes.
Oh, God damn
Hey,
it.
pack out.
That's not a pack out one, actually.
Is
See?
it not?
No,
Oh,
it's
shit,
no.
I figured
That's
out
one
what
of their stackable ones, but it's not a pack out. So I have a bunch of them because they're affordable. They're $26 each.
Hey, Josh. Mark Hurwitz commented on the that Rosenbauer fire truck. Said, "I thought that per NFPA standards, a fire engine had to be driven to its place of destination under its own power." Maybe I'm wrong.
Asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend.
Yeah. Yeah,
Not
Travis.
not trying to poke any bears or whatnot. But
I have no idea what these colors on these modules are, but
what are you talking about? Look inside of it, or hold it up to the camera. Let me see.
well, these three are red light, the ones that I have apart. Ooh.
It's
How
very
long's
nice.
the dash
So,
Well, that looks
What?
to be about 9 inches because I think a normal model is what, about 5?
well, you said at 9, so. Oh, I got my ruler.
Ah.
This is only in centimeters. Nope. There's my inches. Nope, that's-
Travis, what chair do you have too?
Secret lab.
I'm gonna be getting a new one.
Oh no, you're about
The secret lab is
6.5.
pricey. That's it
That long.
for 3.
These are 3 shorts.
That's 6.5 inches? No wonder we were guessing wrong. It looks so much bigger on camera.
That's
Well,
what you
one
That's
I'm
what
in
she said.
We're on YouTube.
Hey, I didn't cuss, so
I have 7 3/4 to play with widths wise.
That'd be perfect with 2 or with 3.
Yeah.
Because you could center them. And then you got room
You
on-
could gap them a little too, probably. And that's only like 3/4 of an inch high, right?
Yeah.
Because an FST module
Yeah,
is
just shy of an inch high.
just shy of an inch.
Yep.
Oh, I wonder if I could double stack them.
Well, the thing that
And
we
FS
talked.
well, so looking at them,
The FST mod, because I got a
FST
FST
modules
module is about an
definitely
inch,
taller.
Yeah.
inch and
Here, hold on. Let me grab a tape.
5/30 seconds for height on an FST. I love my little.
bigger. Now,
My desk is way too dark.
God damn it. I haven't even taped it yet. I'm gonna wait for Austin to come back because I'm gonna describe it to him.
Huge. I didn't realize that was that big.
That's what she said.
You don't think so? Alright.
So
I haven't taped this yet, Austin, and I haven't taped this
What?
yet, and I
Hold
have
on, hold on. Why were you wiping your mouth?
because I started drooling. Because you don't. I took those 3 that were this way and I started doing this with them. And yeah, the thing that we just talked about a minute ago, visually.
Hold on. Okay.
Yeah,
So a single Dash King I'm estimating to be about 1.5 inches in height.
Okay, so FST height is what?
1.5 inches, 30 seconds.
So 3/8. Sorry, my tape measure doesn't measure in 30 seconds. Well, it probably does. I just can't read it.
The observer doesn't measure in 30 seconds. The device does properly.
I know. Oh man.
Oh.
So, well, if we're going line to line.
Shout out to Harris Heller. This
Okay,
music is hitting the spot.
So the actual
Are you still with us, Doug?
legacy module
I'm here.
is 1 inch and 1/32.
He's texting my NSA agent going, yeah, I don't think he's a threat, but he's definitely crazy.
Well, if he's texting that agent, then I know the guy. Yeah.
I might. I don't know. I've met all kinds of people over my travels. In various.
You probably haven't met him.
I don't know. When you want to talk about randomness. When I worked with POTUS in Hawaii with the Secret Service back then, I ran into one of the special agents that I worked with back then. That he was TDY out there from the New York office, and fast forward.
Lighting general is specs for the Dash King, so we can even mock this up even deeper.
Uh-oh.
Hold on a sec.
Holding. Alright. So, Josh, your specs on... How tall is that?
I didn't even see what you were holding up.
4
Did you
feet.
just hold up 2 of them?
Yeah, double stack.
Less than 4 inches.
Alright, give me a minute.
So if I found another duel, oh my god,
Yeah.
that would. I don't know if that'd fit in Freedom.
I
I think
don't know
3.
I'm at 3 for sure. I don't know about
How high is 2?
Here's
How
where
high is
my
2?
math works out. 2 fit in a Liberty, and a Liberty 2 is what the Freedom uses double stacked.
Yeah.
I mean, your argument's valid.
It's not a bad place to go, or a bad hill to go die on, you know?
What is the height of just 2 of them? Because like I said, I'm looking at it for the Dash King. I don't think I'd be able to double stack in a single. I don't think there's any way to do it.
Hold on. I might have something.
Just shy of 2.
Just shy of 2. Because it says here it's 1 inch and 7/8. But that's outside to outside. I saw that.
I slipped.
I saw that.
Oh,
Oh, is that a single Dash King?
that hurt.
That's
Is that
what
a single Dash
Yeah,
King?
I don't have that with those just laying there.
I slipped.
Yeah, we
hit the
saw that.
wall and I'll pick it
You
up.
ordered that State Police one?
Yes.
Yeah, I did too.
So what are we talking about? Seeing if you can double stack in a Dash King?
Yeah, you have a single there? Even better. Can you measure the internal height? Because the thing I have
Or do you
here
have 2 legacy
is
modules right there?
external.
Um,
Yeah, that would help too.
well, I have one, but I don't have the tools to take it apart.
You do in your
So,
truck.
No, my truck's not. Oh, truck's
Oh yeah, you don't. Well, you do, but it's in your truck.
So, you're not gonna be able to double stack.
Alright, so single stack it is in a single. But
But your
I can fit
interior-
3.
3. So you could steady burn and then wigwag the outside.
Or have a scene.
Well, what my idea was, since, well, obviously, I'm upgrading from the 48-inch to the 54, I will have a couple blue amber
Basically,
and a couple
7
blue white.
7 3/4, like you said internally on this.
Yeah.
I might have a nice handful of these, by the way.
So maybe I could restore my strobe one.
Mine are all LED though.
Unpopular opinion, I was never a fan of those strobe ones.
Really, in my work truck, it was fine.
We had them in our unmarked car when I first got to Hawaii. They had them in our unmarked cars. We had a dual, we had a dual one on the dash, and then we had 2 duals in the back window. God, during the day. Well, it might have been because
Contained or remote?
self-contained.
Okay.
So that was probably part of the problem. But then,
Yeah.
I mean, the other thing.
Mine
being
is self-contained and it's fine.
Well, being closer to the equator, the direct sunlight, like the sun hits a little bit different out there. Like it's bright.
Well, I
Mine
mean,
is
what's
not-
the problem with them, Josh? What didn't you like about them?
They nobody's seen them.
Okay.
Like, well, I mean, it didn't help that it was in an unmarked. Like we had the car that was in was an unmarked car too, and then we didn't have a headlight flasher. No, we didn't get that until tail end.
So
of the
behind window tint in the silver truck right now, like I'm gonna, when I put the dual in, I'm gonna cut the tint out around it because it has tint in it right now, only 20%. But with the strobe during the day, it's hard to see.
Yeah.
But realistically, anything strobe
It-
small like that was not.
It was
good
okay
during
at
the
night.
day.
Yeah, like the only good thing about it is like we had 2 rocker switches. We had the rocker switches for the blue lights, and then we had a headlight strobes, and then we had them in the reverse lights. So you could turn the 360s on the one, and then you hit the blues, and after the car would get pulled over, you could just reach up on the dash and turn the dash light off. So if I wanted to still have warning lights on, I could turn the rocker switch off to turn the strobes off and the tail lights. Turn the headlights off too, but then I could turn the dash light off but still have the blues in the back. So if I was doing like a DUI stop or something like that,
Very nice.
I did
I'm
like that.
looking at this. How the fuck did they mount this? Did they just double side tape it to the windshield?
What?
I'm looking in the lighting general. In the emergency lighting general, I put something from Fleet Safety, which is I guess one of the original.
Oh, Fleet Safety, the backstory there, started out in Memphis, migrated its way to Texas, and that's basically Dana Safety's Midwest area. It's Fleet Safety.
How far up are you looking?
But that first one just shows it in the windshield. How's it attached?
Suction.
Is it-
Wait. Might be like VHB.
That's what I'm thinking.
Has to be. That's the only way. Unless it's
These motherfuckers are heavy.
actually it could be bracketed off. If you look, it looks like it's tied.
No,
up
I
connected to
have
the
that
mirror.
bracket. I have that bracket. It doesn't. I have that bracket in front of me.
Photoshop.
It's just
So
no, but that's
Photoshop
actually reflecting.
Yeah, I ain't got an answer.
Whatever.
Oh,
I'm going to
that-
eat dinner.
Yeah, it's 3M double-sided tape, and then your existing
Yeah.
rearview mirror goes either on top, like it goes on the window. Your existing mirror goes against that.
Okay.
Cool. Well, we have a plan. I have something to do on the
How long
because I have
will
to
be at
tell the
dinner?
headline. I don't know. I'm gonna try and make it fast. So I'll be back.
For 2 hours.
No, not 2 hours. I hope not. Shouldn't be 2 hours.
There it is.
I'll be back. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Felicia. Doug, you getting tired?
I am. I think I'm about to call it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Is that a
I'm wide awake.
proprietary picture that we're not allowed to show off, Doug?
No.
The
No,
The
it
box
exists.
one?
It exists. People know about it.
Look
I
at
was never told anything that's
to
not to be disclosed or anything.
Yeah, I usually get to the point where I ask when people start telling me stuff. I'm like, how much of this can I
Yeah.
actually know?
How much of this do I actually know?
How much can I remember?
Yes. I've found that sometimes when people tell me things like that, that it's best just to forget it.
Yep.
Oh
But-
my gosh.
I still think Wheelan ought to do something like that, like this box.
They do. They've got it. And they're building core ones too. But they're for the reps. They're for the groups.
Okay.
To go out
Training
and be
purposes.
like trainer tools or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I think these are for the reps too. I know Joe has one.
yeah.
But,
Because it wasn't them originally that built, like somebody had built one as not a trainer but like a demo that was in a box, but I think it was carbide.
oh,
the-
Wheelan made them. Wheelan did make them.
Well, they
But
made
There was a Cantrell.
there was a Cantrell one too, but the original one was it was a demo, a dealer group, or there was somebody else that had did it first, and they're like, yes, and then they built some more for carbide, and then they did the same thing with Cantrell.
It was a Cantrell one because they needed to go in and train.
And then the Cantrell has the nice LED daughter board thing on the back of it. That on the front of it, it shows like this is the headlights, this is so you can.
Yep, and so
so
all
it's
the
got-
carbide ones have that.
Yeah, I thought it was a shop that did it first, and then they like.
Because Scott has one.
Really?
He's got the carbide one. We're waiting on our core one to show up. Kenny and Scott should be getting it.
Those
I want to see that.
I don't know if I still have pictures of them because they had a couple of them because the Cantrell ones they have like they have quite a few of them, don't they? The Cantrell boxes,
I don't know where they are though.
but there's quite a few of them though, right?
There's a few out there.
Because I think one of the pictures that I have is of one of the trainings, and there was like 8 or 10 of them, but it's like a couple of desks in a row, like 3 or 4 desks row and wide, and there's like
And
a
they're
group,
all just laid out.
and it's just these big Pelican boxes that are open like that, but on the top of, so on that box that you have, Doug, on the very top of it, it's got like LEDs all over it, but then it's got like what those LEDs represent. Like this is the headlight, this is the left headlight, this is the tail light.
Okay.
So you see, so as you're programming through the slides, you're programming the outputs, and
It's a visual representation of a vehicle.
Yep. So you can actually see that because that's something that Cantrell used to offer. It did have a full vehicle preview, or it does.
I think that would be great to see with core.
It was awesome. I used to use that all the time when I would when I was trying to get people to convert over. I'm like, this is what, because they'd be like, oh, because carbide or Cantrell was still, it's still now you can't get it, which is dumb. But anyway, carbide was what everybody could get, like you could go buy. So I was explaining to people what carbide could do, but I was showing them on Cantrell because Cantrell had the full vehicle preview where you could literally, it had a picture of a generic sedan, and it had a light bar, had the inner edge, had the rear TA bar, and then it had all the outputs from all like expansions or everything, and you literally drag and drop where those were physically on the vehicle, and then you could go.
The element of that in the sound off.
Yeah, the sound off one has something like that now.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
Cantrell,
But it doesn't. You can place it on the car, but it doesn't
Yeah.
show anything about it.
this one you could play the pattern.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
couldn't.
The true
So it would be a full
overlay.
vehicle.
Overlay.
Yep. So it'd be a full vehicle overlay. Then you could see all the so if you were trying to phase stuff and you wanted the entire vehicle to be left right versus like if you want the light bar to be left right in an X pattern with everything else is on like the perimeter, you'd be able to see that, and you'd be able to see if one of those outputs was on the wrong phasing, or you'd be able to see if like you had like different groupings of patterns. You'd be able to see the patterns if they were off because it was all grouped together.
I'm installing Cantrell right now.
I don't have it on this computer. I have everything on the other tower. So no matter what happens with computer-wise for us for our future, that tower's being saved
Yeah.
because it has.
Alright.
It has the blueprint before the blueprint that you have.
Oh, okay. Let's just say it's a Gen 3.
So, how this
Wow.
we ended up talking
Man.
about cantrils and stuff, but how this started, our friend Travis, who's no longer with us, as in he's not dead, he's eating dinner.
Signed off.
He's
Not
eating
yet.
dinner. He has an OG strobe Dashmeister self-contained
Dash King.
or Dash King. I have the dual Dashmeister because that's the one's the 500 series, right?
No, dash miser, not mice.
My story. Anyway, he's got an old strobe that had the linear tubes in them that are roughly the size of these 3 legacy modules lined up together. So we were
I would be curious what the effect is going to be going down the road. If you,
Gonna
I mean,
be bright.
bright.
it's going to be bright, but it isn't just going to be. If you have a steady burn in the middle, and you have the two alternating, then it's just going to be a blob.
Well,
I
depends.
mean,
Because what it would
You're-
be is how, like if you, let's say, what's his colors that he runs? Blue.
Blue.
So if he runs a center steady burn blue and then wigwags the outer one with whatever else is going on with the vehicle, as long as whatever is going on with the vehicle matches that sync, it should, like, what it'll do is that steady burn, it'll look like it's got the flicker of whatever that pattern is, like override. Does that make sense? So it'll kind of look like this, like the flicker flash without being the flicker flash. You'd have the steady burn in the middle, and the flicker would be the outer ones. I think it would look good.
Hey Josh, what's your favorite thing?
Is it pinwheel? Oh yeah, that's what it looks like. Doug, if you watch Austin's,
just
So, here, let me. Actually, let me program light bar. Wow.
wow.
Wow. Simulate slide 3, press 1. Cannot display or simulate the default bar. I gotta build my own bars.
you can import it.
Oh, nah, I'm just gonna design. Cheap. Liberty Blue. Slide switch 3.
Well, because the other thing that can't, so Carbide never used to have the events. That was a Cantrell. There was 2 things that made Cantrell special. Well, 3 outputs, the full vehicle preview, and then they called them rules. And the verbiage of the way that they labeled the rules and the and or, like if and, like how it was explained to this
See, Doug?
day, I still don't know.
Okay.
So now he
I
can,
can drag like the TA.
Okay.
you could do that with everything.
All your outputs.
I've programmed several departments stuff in Cantrell, like a basic thing in Cantrell to show, hey, this is what this would look like on your vehicle. Just picture this being an SUV or this being a da-da-da, whatever.
Yeah.
And then, so Austin, so take one output, set it to steady burn, and then take your other 2 on either side of them and match them up with the light bar. This is like some video game retro stuff. Music.
0 and we'll do ping pong 180.
I've found myself listening to Harris Heller when I'm like playing truck sim and stuff. So if it was synced with the bar,
Oh, here, hold on. Let me sync the whole bar then. We're doing it. Let's do it the right way.
and then what I would do is on your secondary color, because I think white's overused. So
Yeah,
I would
I
flash.
can agree with that.
I would flash the takedowns, and then I would flash the corners white, and then because he's putting duo modules in there, it would be blue white. I would have the white on the in the dash strobe thing. I would have the white on that match the corner.
Boom.
Yep.
That's so satisfying. Oh man.
You know who
We need
you are,
that.
and you know who I know. We know who each other is. So if you end up watching this, I want this back. I was told this was coming back a long time ago, so I stopped beating the drum, and then I was told that there's no way that it's coming back.
There's so much involved in it.
Yep. And because of all the limitations of this was designed on, and yeah, I understand why. But what I think would be cool though is if they open Cantrell up, so you could download it, so people could use this.
What are you talking about? This is open.
You can download Cantrell now.
Go to Wheeling.com.
Fiddle with that later. This
Let me know when you're there.
this will blow your mind. So on the Stream Deck, I have websites already built up.
You have Wheeling saved.
Oh, I have all of them. I have Wayland Sound Off, Federal Signal, Code 3, Hella, Strobes and more. I have the Command Group, Speed Tech.
You forgot Phoenix.
No, I didn't forget him. I didn't.
Alright, you on Wheeling.com?
Yeah.
Go to your software downloads in that triangle tab area.
Command Carver. Holy shit, it's up here.
Been up here.
Well, what
All the way down to Cantrell Programmer.
that's Cantrell. Oh, it says it cannot be started. Contact the vendor.
For what?
So it comes.
I literally downloaded it tonight.
Did yours come into a zip file?
Yep.
Okay, so from the zip, where did you go?
Setup. I just clicked the setup and let it run.
The zip file? You didn't have to unzip it?
I have WinRAR. It automatically unzips for me.
Okay.
So yes, yeah.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, is it? Trying to
This
see
is
how
no
many-
longer being supported.
Shocker.
So sad.
R.I.P.
21 button and slide. Yeah, because this would get really fun because I would put the control head next to the vehicle and I would sync the control head with the vehicle. So the control head would mimic whatever's going on the front of the vehicle. So the top row would mimic what's going on in the front of the vehicle and the back row would mimic what's going on in the back of the vehicle.
Wow.
Sounds slightly OCD-ish. I mean, just a tad.
But you can, this is the thing.
Yes, no doubt.
This really helps get your patterns
Yep, and
organized.
thinking about what it's going to look like on the vehicle.
Yeah.
Because
I feel like that's something that's definitely needed in command.
The biggest thing is there's so much code involved in doing this, and there's so many layers they can't possibly think of everything, and it's gonna get screwed up somewhere. It's such an intricate thing.
Because like the other
That's
one,
why it doesn't exist is because they did it too well from the beginning.
well, and then the other one, it was the way it was set up is you could only do one thing at a time with the preview. Because what people are going to want to do is they're going to ask, all right, well, I created an event for this. I want to make sure that this event works. So then they're going to want to be like, they're going to want, it's like almost building a separate, completely separate software on the backside of things of being able to make it digital so you can see it all.
Exactly. Now, it would be cool if you could see like drive to park. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Like your basic common events. Whereas, like, let's use Josh for example. If slide switch 1 is on and somehow you have slide switch 3 on at the same time, we need to do this.
So this is, I'm showing my,
Totally looking at that banner in your background, Josh.
Yep.
That turn signal right above that M9 bugs crap out of me.
M2 turn signal.
No, I've never seen that turn signal mounted there before.
Yeah, it's kind of weird being up that high.
It looks like they're using OS lights for the marker lights on that ambulance. So it could either be
Yeah, I think they
real
are.
custom, or it could be a wheel coach, or one of the revs.
What would look even better would be Technique.
Wow. Says the guy coming from the department that just got out of that.
I know, but I just had to throw that out there.
Wow.
Oh, I just remembered, Austin. When your magic box of specialness, once I convince you that I need to help out with the shipping so we can put a bunch of shit in it. If I can get that thing cleaned, I have an expansion module out here already. So I could, like, the headlights could get crazy with the programming. And then with the rolling, so is there a way to create a rolling virtual pattern that would ramp up in percentages of power on steady burn to ramp up from 10% to 100% and back down in a rolling timer? So
In a carbide.
so that's what we're going to do with rules, right? So the
Defense.
first event would be it stays on the steady burn power at 10% for half a millisecond or whatever that timing is. Then it goes to the next pattern, which is steady burn 20%. Then it goes to the next pattern, which is steady burn 30%. Do you think that would be something that would be possible?
I am looking.
See that for tracers and things like that for nighttime, instead of going 0 to 100% to ramp on, but also apply that to red lighting instead of white lighting, just because of the eye sensitivity at night.
Well,
Save your night vision.
Well, what I'm thinking is this is
Four-man DVI.
poor man's DVI.
Okay.
Ramp completely, because it would be in millisecond timers. That would mean it would be very slow, going from percentage to percentages. It wouldn't be smooth, and like depending on how many rules you would have to put in there to get it up. So if you're going from 0 to 100 and back to 0, that's at least 18 at 10% increments. So it's not going to be crazy smooth per se, but because I remember, you can call me a liar if you want. I'll remember this till I'll take it to my deathbed. I remember standing in the shower in China, and I'm like, as soon as I get out of here, I need to talk to Jeremy to figure out if we can do this, because that was my thought. And no shit, the next day, you know what came out? DVI in command. To the day. So I know when this thought came in my head, it was like 23 hours before it was officially released. So I had this
Literally,
thought.
Wheeling was inside your brain, and
They were
hacked
inside it, and then they programmed it overnight.
That's those Chinese programmers, right, Austin?
I got his brain thinking in the rules, think if that's even possible.
That sounds like that would be a Skype question to me. What do you think, Austin?
I'm doing some comparisons.
He's working some. I got my old Cantrell video up from YouTube just to see.
Timer is, hold on. I don't think so.
'Cause
unless you know unless you can figure out a way to work around the cycling, because there's no cycling timer or no cycling virtual in Carbide. Can't do it.
You can only do
there's a way around it.
So there's no. How are we doing cycling stuff before?
Exactly.
Because it was done because it's done in command, because it's programmed command through Carbide. Because anyway, so Doug, the other thing was like
Advanced TA.
Yeah, because all it is a cycling pattern. You're just going from one pattern to the next pattern for a specific set.
So I think it can be done. We just got to figure out
how to get it back.
Okay.
How to get from step 18 to go, okay, now go to this.
Goes back to step 1. And that's the question. Because I do not know.
I think you're going to have a fun day at work tomorrow.
Right.
So much for your office day, huh?
Well, luckily I'm going to see the man who's very smart in the morning. So I'll ask him.
I was going to say, that's a Scott question, right?
Yep. That's where it's we can get it all the way down to here.
It's to get it to go back.
Get here to get back to the top.
Without making it to where you'd have to just double it up, like copy and paste it and copy and paste it and copy. Because then you're just, how long are you going to run the cycle for? Because then if it works and we're able to get it back, then for sure we know it'll stop. So what we could do is, well, no, because the way that position, the physical positioning in the headlight. Because I have the brow light, that's got 2 functions in it. It's got amber and white. I've got the halo light that's got 2 functions in it, amber and white. I've got the ion that's got amber and white. And that's it for the extra stuff. And then the turn signal is also LED. So if I did
your ions do anything right now?
They're just tied in. The amber's just tied into turn signal, and like direct to the turn signal.
You didn't tie the whites just into the high beams?
Nah, because I never use the high beams.
Yeah, you have to buy bad jazz.
I really need to do record a video and of. That's why we need to. This needs, because I need to show off some cool functions of it as well. But then like do a couple, because it deserves several videos of this is it. This is what it looks like. Then going over the this is all the OEM functions that it has, and then all of the Carbide stuff that it would have.
I've got Smart Logic too.
It's funny you said Smart Logic. I've got the Ultimate Mini Justice that was controlled by the Smart Logic, the one that's got the 6 LR11s across the front.
You have it?
Oh, I don't have the bar. I've got the video. I'm watching the video. God, that was so obnoxious.
It worked.
Oh my God, it worked. And then here's the other thing. I had the red LR11s, a stop tail turn. Well, a stop and tail. I didn't have turn signals tied in some, because I ran out of inputs and outputs. Because inputs, if you do,
there's only I have a file that's loaded.
8 and 8.
Let me find it real quick. I have.
Well, because I had your parking lights, left turn signal, right turn signal, and your brake lights. So there's 4 right there. So then I got 4 warnings, and I've got takedowns and alleys. So takedowns, left alley, right alley. They leave me 1 warning pattern, unless I don't do it. So I didn't do alleys. I only did 2 warning patterns, and I did alleys. And then, or no, it didn't have turn signals. Was the thing I gave up. So then I got 2 more. So I got the left and right alley, and then I had a couple of patterns.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had in the rear, I sent some LR11s to Brian Wilson. Shout out to Brian, best guy in the industry. If you need your stuff fixed and or your colors swapped, because a lot of times it's cheaper to just find something in blue and have it swapped to whatever colors you need, because blue is abundantly cheap and available. Anyway, that's another fun topic for another day.
Very much so.
But anyway, I sent those to him and had them swapped out to red, and I used those, so I cruised those with the parking lights, and then they were on with the brake lights, and then I had cruise on its own function.
Hey, Doug.
God, I missed that part.
Did I ever send you the Smart Logic file?
No.
Okay.
Or, I'm not.
Yep.
You did not.
Okay, I thought I did. I mean,
Okay.
it's not on this computer.
Okay.
Unless it's-
I didn't realize how many thousands of views some of my old videos had.
Yeah, you've got some good shit on there.
Well, I enlisted a bunch of it for a long time because YouTube started playing ads on it, but I don't meet the threshold for monetization. So my videos are quality enough that run ads, but I'm not quality enough of a content creator to get money off of my content that's quality enough to get ads, I guess. I don't know how that works.
Well, they're stealing your money,
Yeah, so I ended up
basically.
just unlisting a bunch of it forever, but most everything should still be live now.
I think one thing I want to do is when I start really getting back into these firehouses in the fall, with all these new trucks coming in, I'm gonna start doing videos and whatnot. Like, not necessarily walk-arounds. Well, yes, walk-arounds, but not like thorough. Like, oh, here's what a scene like. You know, like just a quick
Little.
walk around that I can just throw up on YouTube. People can see new trucks.
Ah, that's when I had legs.
Make
that
sure you
worked.
get a good mic.
I just
I
realized.
don't need I'm not gonna talk.
Ah,
What?
I just realized this video. So the wife had a Prius, or we had a Prius for a long time, and for her turn signals, I put VLED V3 Tritons in them. And so how those come, they're kind of like Hella Heroes in that they have the park and the high beam, or like the low and the high in
Josh,
the. Yep.
you need to go see what was posted in ELS.
Well, let me pull it up on the other thing first.
Dog, you're getting tagged too.
Okay.
But anyway, so it was in her turn signals, but they were red. So what I did is I isolated the low power, and then I tied into her parking light. So when she turned the parking lights on, you get an extra little bit of red and low power.
Hello, farther.
I wonder. No, that store doesn't work anymore.
Josh, did you see what I tagged you in?
I didn't get the tag yet.
It's just now.
Good. I like it.
I like that.
I like anything with V's on it.
It's the NASCAR Dominator.
Oh,
Like,
he swapped
for
it out.
That goes in the hitch. He swapped the
This-
Dominator
V's.
for the Lin V's.
You tied him into the reverse lights.
It's the exact same thing.
Just
Why haven't we thought of it? Like, we
because
do
it's
all these ions, we do all these V's. Why didn't we think of
Spreads
the
the light
that
out.
were made to go in there? And imagine that with a puddle light. You could, in theory, have like if you put a Dominator like in the back window or something, and you open like the hatch or whatever, cargo light.
Those are
That'd be like
V23s, right?
no, those
No,
just
those are the Lin V's.
yeah, Lindsay 6Vs or NV4 or Lin 3V.
V. Lin V. Larry is new. Travis is back.
I am.
Focus,
Here-
people.
Oh, I could do this. Where's my Discord at?
Oh. What'd you have for dinner?
I can do this.
Pork roast.
That way, you guys can see exactly what I'm streaming on that monitor. So, you know exactly what Man, look at us.
Yeah, I saw that already.
Oh my god, that's awesome. Rim! We're all here.
Hey.
Oh my god, you are so loud. I'm turning you down.
Yeah, I like that.
I'll catch you guys.
I like you out, Doug.
Yeah, I'll catch you later.
See you, bud.
See you, buddy.
Night.
Yeah.
Bye, Doug.
Night.
I was watching Josh's stream, saw the V's, and had to hop in.
Right. It's
Tell-
like, saw the videos, had to jump in.
Oh, I just seen the comments. Oh yeah, I am not a very good one of these, whatever this is. But
Josh,
this,
once you give me those ions back, I'm gonna have my V1s and my Dominator up front.
oh
Nope,
yes,
the lights now.
I really like that.
You need to mount them externally.
Yeah, they're just gonna be on the front of my push bar.
Okay, watch.
Oh god, I like that.
Outlive everything on that car, let's be honest here.
It's gonna outlive the car.
Do I
know what I
have
said.
a V? I don't think I have a V here.
Be what?
Ion V.
I got Amber V1s.
I'm gonna put Discord over here, and I'm gonna mute me. So you guys are gonna be up. So
Go
they're
on.
gonna. Let me run
Of
into.
course Austin has one.
Let me run into the other room.
Who
and
said that?
I'll be right back. I'm gonna see
Me.
if I have one.
You have everything.
Sorry.
What color is it though?
What color is this one? White, actually.
Oh, V1 or V3?
B3.
Ooh.
I know. I don't know where I got it.
I need to find some V3s because that would be ideal to put up front.
I think I got some.
Well, of course you do.
Well, I have an RST sitting next to me too.
That's also not surprising. We can or we can X.
We can.
Hmm.
But we can X FSTs in this store.
Of course. With all those freedoms.
That's besides the point.
Did you get more today? Or was that what that picture was of your bed?
Yesterday.
Yes. Yeah.
Or 2 days ago. No, it was yesterday.
Yeah.
I brought 5.
Jesus.
No, I thought I had V's, but I remembered I had some that I had forever, and then I sold them.
I had a B.
Do you still have any of the sliders?
Yeah, they're sitting over there.
Do you have a Dominator frame? And then the other
Give me a
question would be, do
minute.
you have another Ion of not V and 2 sliders?
I might have to find a screwdriver, but give me a minute.
See, these are those weird long conversations that start to get expensive after a while. So what do we have for dinner, Trav?
I had a pork roast.
Ooh.
Here, Josh, I just put in general what's waiting to go in. It'll be the duo amber green, a pair of duo amber white, and then a pair of amber V1s.
These have included with your mounting kit. Attach the bracket to the windshield. Hold on.
Are you still trying to figure out how to mount your... Oh, so we...
Oh, it comes with straight up windshield adhesive.
Yeah. It's that, like, gray shit. Then once you put it on there, Jesus couldn't bring it off?
It's actually Loctite adhesive, yeah. I don't know what color it is, but
Yep.
it's one adhesive that works just about anywhere.
That or the red 3M tape. I
Hey Rim, are you watching the stream?
I am.
Okay.
I see you had a Dominator housing. Oh, yeah.
That is blue, white, amber, white.
Are those all the spot ones?
The optics are removed.
Ah,
They
That's
put
cool,
the
huh?
what?
What are those from?
Customer.
So-
Did you-
Oh, I think I
Answer.
know what that's from.
Did you ever know about these things that I had here in my my old video on YouTube, Austin?
what?
So the guy made them for the cannons originally, but I was like, they could serve the same function on an ion. So it was this isolator that had 2 inputs but 1 output. So what it would allow you to do is take your running light feed from your car and it stepped it down to a low power mode to give you a cruise on your cannon, or in my case, the ions. And then your second feed would be your high beam, or your hot for your turn signal to give full power, and it would override the cruise. So what it allowed it to do is, whether you had the parking lights on or not, if the turn signal was on, it would still work as a turn signal. Just on that side.
that's what mine's gonna look like.
Which I don't have a screwdriver. Just to let you know.